Good morning everyone, this is Multi-Game Master 1 here and welcome back to my 100% Let's Play of Pikmin. Yesterday we explored even more of the distant spring and recovered 2 more ship parts, and we were about to get the last 2 but we just didn't have enough time. However, today we're going to finish things up in the distant spring as promised. So without further ado, let the day begin, and once we grab these 2 remaining ship parts, we won't be coming back here anytime soon. And of course, when we grab these 2 ship parts, we will have a total of 29 of 30 parts. And some of you may be wondering, where's the last one? Well, we'll have to cover it tomorrow. Okay, so to start off, I'm gonna grab 100 blue Pikmin. And I know there are some enemies back there that we have dealt with before, but I will take care of those later, provided we can have enough time for free time. Or recess rather. And another giant yellow pellet over there. We'll deal with that later. So where we left off last time, we were on this part and about to pick up the 2 remaining ship parts, and there are some water dumples in the way, so I'll just deal with those before exploring the area. I highly recommend you deal with them one at a time to make sure you don't lose your Pikmin, or in this case you could just deal with them simultaneously. So this way you won't be able to lose your Pikmin. And we have some wall poles here, I'll deal with those as well. We'll carry these scraps back a little later. Right now, it is very important that we take care of our top priority, which is getting the ship parts over here. Okay, so for this ship part over here, I think we need a total of 100 blue Pikmin to carry it. I mean, not 100, 20 blue Pikmin to, at the very least, carry it from the spot that you see right there. And actually it takes 15, so I guess I wasted a little too much time with that, but no worries. And we'll have the blue Pikmin take that back. I found my number 2 Ionium Jet. It's easy on the eyes and its fuel efficiency is easy on the budget. Okay, so let's go ahead and have the blue Pikmin take that back. And our final ship part for the area is up there, but we only have blue Pikmin and we can't really use any other Pikmin because of all the water. So what are we supposed to do now? Well, if you guys remember correctly, candy pop buds can be used for swapping Pikmin out. And you see a yellow one and a blue one right there, and that's pretty much what we're going to use the candy pop buds. So I've tossed 20 blue Pikmin up there for that purpose. And it only requires at least 20 yellow Pikmin to carry the ship part down. Oh, and also another thing about the candy pop buds, you can toss in 10 Pikmin at a time in order to begin the color swap. And the blue Pikmin made it back safely with the ship part. Number 2 Ionium Jet. The ads for these jets boast that, with excellent mileage that's easy on the family budget, this jet will keep your wife smiling and propel you to a happy home life. 28 of 30 parts, 1 more will increase the ship's capabilities. And we will actually cover this. Okay, so did I toss my Pikmin? No. Okay, so now we have 20 yellow Pikmin. And we're going to use these guys to pick up the final ship part from atop that ledge that you saw. And of course, credit goes to Whatchamagiveit2 for mentioning that there is a certain spot with the candy pop bud that you must have access to. So yeah, this candy pop bud is absolutely necessary if you hope to get the ship part here. Of course, you could just toss the yellow Pikmin above the water and then onto the land. But it would just cost a lot more time than usual. Okay, so let's toss these yellow Pikmin up here and bring down that ship part. I found my Chronos reactor. Using strange new technology, this machine is able to warp the space-time continuum and turn it into energy. I am constantly amazed at how many mysteries are locked inside the parts of my ship. Now I'll just swap the yellow Pikmin into blue ones again. If I can aim them into the candy pop bud. Okay, one more. There we go. Now let's start carrying stuff back. Starting with this. And before I go, I'm gonna pluck these guys and take them back with me. Because no Pikmin deserves to get left behind. Alright, so I think that's all of them, so now let's go ahead and start carrying scraps back. Actually, I think I'll get the rest of the Pikmin first, but I need to restore the maturity first in order to be able to carry it back quickly. And once again, we have the return of the swooping snitch bug. I will have to deal with it later. Chronos reactor. This reactor changes permutations in the space-time continuum into pure energy. Basically, it's like a big rubber band. 29 of 30 parts recovered, so now the ship's capabilities have increased once again. And now we only have one more ship part left to find. Of course, it won't be here that we'll find it, but we will cover this tomorrow. Okay, so... Okay, you know what? This swooping snitch bug needs to die. Right now. There. Now we can actually start doing stuff. Like carrying those scraps back. And all of those enemies back there, I will try to deal with as many of them as I can. And breed more Pikmin. Okay, so did everyone get their fill? Okay, not everyone has gotten their fill, so... There we go. Okay, so now let's go ahead and get those scraps back from the water. The ones that I missed, and I'm half short on time, but it's okay. I'll be able to get as much as I can done. Easily. Okay, so taking all of this back. And now let's head back to the start so we can have a little recess and do as much as we can from this point. Let me see. Pikmin population. I guess the blue Pikmin can help themselves to this as well. Okay, so now it's time for recess, and we're pretty much gonna do as much as we can before the day's end. So, sending back the blues, at least 67 of them. Then calling out the yellows, at least 33. And lastly, the red Pikmin, 34. Okay. So I think I know one thing I'm going to do first, and that's take out this puffy blowhog right here. Alright, so after that fight, a lot of Pikmin have lost their maturity. But it's okay, we can easily restore that. That is, if we can find some nectar. No nectar. Okay, let's try over here. Of course, there's a yellow Wollywog over there, so I don't think that's a good idea. Wait, what am I doing? This is gonna go to the blue Pikmin. Okay, while they carry that back, I'm gonna deal with this Wollywog over here. Of course, I could use another method of defeating them, and it's much more quicker. And that's to get some bomb rocks. Okay, so careful, easy does it. There we go. One less to worry about. And of course this will go to the blue Pikmin, since they're running a bit short on Pikmin. Okay, now I think there's one other enemy that we can deal with right quickly. Of course, I just remembered that the bridge is out, so I have to reconstruct it. Oh, okay, there is no other enemy there. Well, except for these Wollywogs. I guess I have time to deal with them. So yeah guys, we're pretty much done with everything for the area. And that means we won't be coming back here anytime soon. So I'm pretty happy about that. Sorry for the interruption. Let's just continue. Okay, the timer is starting to go down, so we're just gonna go ahead and leave those enemies behind. Let's just start gathering up our Pikmin and leaving the distant spring. And I know that some Pikmin have lost their maturity, but I will take care of this soon. And one thing that I decided to do to maybe replace the enemies that I'm leaving behind. Remember the day during the series when I was explaining about the Goolix and the Mamuta? Well, I figured that instead of just explaining the creatures, that I could just, you know, pretty much just show you. So I might actually do that tomorrow. And of course it might be a short video. And it's worth it to, you know, replace the Pikmin that I've left behind from those enemies. It's worth it. 19 days since impact. At last, but a single part remains. Since I've recovered 29 of the missing parts, the dolphin's power is near capacity. In the 4 steps below, I see a region where the final part must lie. Clearly this is my final trial. My life support fails in 11 days. Courage! Yep, because that's pretty much what we all can rely on right now. So looking at the chart, Pikmin population on the rise, not a Pikmin loss, and now we only have 1 more ship part left to go and 11 days remaining, so we potentially have enough time in order to do so. So yeah, with everything accomplished for the day, I think now would be a good time to call it a night. So tomorrow, we're going to head back into the impact site, and I'm going to show you guys the new enemies that we haven't faced already, the Goolix and the Mamuta. And then after that comes the finale of the final trial. So until tomorrow, I'm Multi-Game Master 1. Thanks for watching and have a good night. Hey guys, this is Multi-Game Master 1 back yet again for a late night report as of what I've done. Remember when I said before that I would show you the Goolix and the Mamuta in a separate video? Well, I actually decided to attach this video to the episode that you have just seen for today. And so pretty much this is all gonna be like a long video, and this part is only like maybe 4 to 5 minutes. But this is gonna show you that I have went against the Mamuta and the Goolix. So pretty much to start the day, I've gathered like about 34 blues, 34 reds, and 33 yellows and 33 reds, and yeah, I pretty much prepped for the day. So this enemy right here is known as a Mamuta, and this enemy spawns on day 8 and even days past that. And its main method of attack is that it swats the Pikmin from its body and uses its giant hand to flatten the Pikmin into the ground. So if you fall victim to it, you'll have a lot of time wasted in trying to pluck yourself or the Pikmin out of the ground, as you can clearly see there. It clearly was a lot of time wasted, and I highly recommend that that you guys don't, you know, end up the same way that I just did for today. And also to restore the Pikmin's maturity, I've gathered some nectar for them, and I pretty much skipped the day from here. And here's the journal entry: 20 days since impact, iridescent flint beetle. This creature's hypnotic reflective body is quite hard, giving it a good defense against Pikmin attacks. Why didn't the Pikmin chase it in such a frenzy? I wonder if it will undergo any change if I hit it directly with Pikmin. And next we go on to day number 21, where we have a Goolix, and I said before that this creature spawns on day 7. That is actually false. It spawns on day 9 and all odd number days before that, and you're pretty much going to need blue Pikmin in order to deal with this beast. So what you want to do, I've kind of wasted time in figuring this out, but what you want to do is see that little green dot right there. That's the Goolix's amoeba, and you just want to swarm your Pikmin around it, and then when it's stretched out long enough to the point in which it can reach you, you can pretty much just toss a blue Pikmin on its membrane, that thick shell that you see right there. And if you do it at the right time, you will cause massive damage to the creature, as you will see in just a moment. Like I said before, I had trouble figuring this out earlier until I finally got it at this point right here. So yeah, that pretty much does massive damage, and the beast is instantly killed, and like all the other enemies, it does occasionally leave behind pellets for you to take back to the onion. And of course, the thing about the creature is that it can scatter your Pikmin and cause them to lose their maturity. So yeah, it's pretty much a very intimidating boss. And also, to replenish the Pikmin population that I left behind on the distant spring, well, the enemies that I left behind on the distant spring, I kind of felt bad for leaving those behind. So what I did was I traveled back to the impact site for 2 days straight in a row while taking care of the enemies and also gathering these pellets as well. The 10 pellets that you see. I assigned 10 blue Pikmin to the blue pellet, 10 red Pikmin to the red pellet, and 10 yellow Pikmin to the yellow pellet, as you see right there. And also I've done the same for the 20 color pellets, so 20 yellow Pikmin up there, and then 20 red Pikmin right here. And then lastly, 20 blue Pikmin right here. And also, to boost up the Pikmin population even more, I pretty much gave the pearls to all of the colored Pikmin, and as you see right there, I was looking at the Pikmin population. I was trying to do my best to equalize it between the colored Pikmin, and here's the journal entry: 21 days since impact. The creatures of this planet breathe a deadly poisonous gas, oxygen. At present, my spacesuit can filter the oxygen out, but if the batteries for my life support system should fail, I shudder to think about it. And one last thing I want to mention, I know that there are some normal endings and bad endings, but I'm not going to show those because I really don't feel as though that is necessary to. So I'm just going to show the good ending, and yeah, that's pretty much it for this bonus part of the video. So have a good night, guys, and I will see you at the finale. Also, no Pikmin death.